Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you some of my favorite free response or essay or open-ended test question hacks. So much harder than multiple choice, right? Now these are strategies for when you're taking a test and you have no idea what the question is asking, whether it's an essay question, open-ended response, short answer. Now these hints are going to apply to things I did in my class as a teacher, but they're good hints on how to figure out how to answer a lot of types of questions for a lot of different classes and tests. Now, if you haven't watched it, I do have a very popular video on multiple choice test hacks, which I will link in the description below. So be sure to check that out, especially if you have a test that combines both multiple choice and free response or essay questions. Again, as a teacher, I would obviously love for you to learn information because you want to know it or because you're interested in the content, not just because you want a good grade. But I do understand that grades are important, and sometimes you are just really stressed out about tests, or you don't have time to study, or you're just confused about what is being asked. So hopefully the strategies in this video will be for the times when you get stuck or you just don't know what to say for an open-ended response on a test. My number one essay question hack is to use the words that are stated in the question, but not to restate the question itself. Let me explain what this means. Let's say an essay question is asking you to compare the reactions of photosynthesis and cellular respiration. Now, instead of starting off your free response answer as I'm going to compare photosynthesis and cellular respiration, what you can do is to break it down into two different sections, photosynthesis and cellular respiration, and make sure to start both of those sections with one of those terms. Then you continue, cellular respiration is a reaction that is different from photosynthesis, blah, 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 and add whatever you can remember about that reaction that you learned in class. If you remember absolutely nothing, this is the time for you to use your best BS responses using words that sound sciencey in order to fill in the parts that you don't know. The next hack is to lean into the format or structure of the response. Now, some teachers or classes have a very specific structure or format for how you are supposed to structure your essay question responses or free responses. Some classes this means writing a thesis with 3 paragraphs that follow. So as long as you have a strong thesis and then 3 paragraphs, no matter what you say, you may still get some points on that response. It's not going to be everything, especially if you don't know what you're talking about, but you never want to leave points on the table if you can avoid it. And some of this comes from just following instructions. So if the instructions say write your answers in sentence form and not bullet points, make sure to write them in sentence form. If you have a strong thesis, but you don't exactly know what you're saying, you could still get a point for your thesis statement. My third hack is if you're actually handwriting the test, and that is to write neatly. Now, I know this is hard. I myself have messy handwriting, but your teachers or graders of a standardized test like the AP exams or SAT are going to be more likely to be more sympathetic to the responses that you're giving if they can read what you're saying. If it takes a lot of time for them to decipher every single word, they may be stricter in the grading and be more subjective and give you fewer points. This goes even if you do not know how to spell a word. It is always better to guess a spelling phonetically than to do the messy handwriting thing where you kind of fudge the middle of the word because you don't exactly know how it's spelled. Now, obviously, this doesn't always work, especially on a spelling test, but don't stress out too much about getting perfect spelling correct unless it is for a language class. My next hack for free response or essay questions is to ask for clarification. Now, if you're not exactly sure what's going on or what the question is asking, what you can do is ask the teacher. There may be hints in their response that can help you out on the answer itself. Don't just say, I need help or I don't understand. You can ask questions like, can I get clarification on this? Can you explain this in a different way? What does this word mean? Can you define this? Now, your teacher may just say, do your best. It's what I used to say a lot when kids asked me questions about tests, and I know they were fishing for extra hints. But you may get lucky and you may get a little bit of a hint from a teacher by giving you a little bit extra information that helps you remember something that you should have known from class. Another hack here, and this goes along with asking questions, and it can be a little bit annoying for teachers, so use this sparingly, is especially if you're not sure if it's correct or not, to raise your hand and ask very quietly, will I get points off for this? And then say the thing that you're not sure about. Now, the teacher's reaction may let you know whether or not you're on the right track or not. They may not answer you at all. They may roll your eyes, or they may just say, do your best. But asking if you're on the right track may give you a little bit of a hint on the test. Now, of course, this will not work in standardized large tests like AP exams because the proctors aren't going to know anything or be able to tell you anything about the questions. But it could work for a classroom test or a test in college. My number 6 hack, and this is probably an obvious one, is talk about what you do know. So even if the question is asking about something you're not sure how to do or solve or say, this is the time to display what knowledge you do have or you have gained from the course. I know this is a little bit of a risky move as well, but you can put information that you have learned to demonstrate the knowledge that you've gained from the course on the paper instead of what the question is asking. Now, you may not get any points at all, but it's better to try this strategy than nothing at all. I remember once taking a test and the question was asking for exact dates of certain Roman emperors and when they reigned, and I could not for the life of me remember the dates on the test. So instead, I listed out all of the Roman emperors in the correct order because that is something that I did remember. I got full points for the question on the test, and when I asked the teacher later about it, he said, "You demonstrated that you knew what happened in the correct orders, and the dates weren't as important as knowing what you showed." So there you go. My next test hack for open-ended or essay questions is to try to entertain the teacher or grader somehow. Now, this definitely will not work for standardized tests or AP exams, but for your classroom teacher, if you brighten their day just a little bit with something entertaining, like a silly cartoon or a joke related to the content you learned in class, you may get a little bit of pity points, especially in the realm of extra credit. So if you have the extra time and you've exhausted all of the previous knowledge that you have, you've dumped it on the page, you could draw something silly, school appropriate, on your essay question response page. Now, this may not work, especially if you are typing your answers on a computer. Maybe send a little silly haiku instead if you feel like you have the extra time and the creativity to do so. And that brings me to my next hack, which is to try the extra credit. Never leave extra credit sitting on a page, especially if it is something that you think you have a little bit of knowledge about. This is a no-lose opportunity for you to get extra points on a test, especially if you feel like you bombed the essay question portion. And what about being rushed for time? If you feel like you're not going to have enough time to complete the essay question, you can ask for extra time, of course, but what you can do is to portion out the sections of your essay on the page and leave space for the paragraphs that you would have written, starting with just a topic sentence. Now, this may get a little bit messy, especially as you're filling in the different spaces, but if you show your teacher an outline of where you were going with your essay response, they may be able to give you some points, even though you weren't able to add all of the details that you needed. So try to outline your essay on the page, even if you feel like you don't have all the time to write in all the different sentences. And my last hack or tip for essay questions or open-ended questions where you feel like you don't know anything is to ask for a retake after the test. This is even before you see your grade. If you feel like you did not do well, you can approach the teacher and say, "I don't feel like I was able to demonstrate my knowledge sufficiently today. Is there any opportunity for retakes on this test?" Even if there was not originally going to be retakes, your teacher might take that into consideration when they are grading and maybe will give you an opportunity in the future for another way to earn a good grade. Again, a lot of these strategies involve taking a little bit of a risk, but I promise you they will pay off, especially if you start to learn how to advocate for yourself. Of course, the number one hack is to study in advance and make sure you understand the material, but I do understand that that is not possible in every situation. Let me know if any of these strategies have worked for you. What free response or open-ended question test hacks have you tried in the past? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Give this video a like if it's been helpful, and I'll see you later.